Howdy ho there, gang. It's me and my buddy here. We're going to show you guys how to make shiitake bacon. This recipe is awesome. If you've gone down the route where you don't eat bacon and you wish you did, this is, it's not exactly the same, but it's a pretty awesome substitute. Also, gang, if you have those people, or you are one of those people who are like, I don't like mushrooms. And I'm like, well, come on, that might not be true. This is the recipe I give them because a lot of people that don't like mushrooms are hung up on the texture. And this, we're going for snap dry. So texture goes away, right? They're crispy, they're good. They're like crispy bacon, but they're shiitake bacon. So they're really good. I like to do them with bigger mushrooms. Because since we are pretty much taking all the moisture out of them, they shrink quite a bit. So bigger ones are nice. I grow mushrooms. If you are new to this channel, check out some of our other videos. So I tend to get kind of the weird looking ones, right? So these are nice big ones. But if you had like a big, just perfect cap that I sold this morning, I thought I was going to keep it. Then those are a really good candidate to do this. But it's really super easy to make, right? Yeah. So first step, let's turn on the oven. Right? This is a baking thing. Bam. Oven is on. Step number 2. I've been slacking lately, y'all. I don't have any ghee that I've made. I didn't feel like making it right now, although it is really easy, and we should really make a video of that. But butter works just fine. If you are someone that, eats different kinds of oils, I don't live with you. That's okay. But whatever oil you want to use, we like butter around here. Put a fair amount in because mushrooms soak up a lot of oil. Yeah. And then, so we're going to put that in there to start getting it to melt. Another one. Cool. Now that we've done that, we've got our butter melting. The next step, you ready? Yeah. You ready? Okay. You just want to make these in long strips. So we're going thin, 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 thin. And if you want to use the stem, a nice thing to do is like with these smaller mushrooms, like the one he has. Here, maybe it'll be easier if you go gills up. So one nice thing, let me help you. You can use kind of a sawing motion there. So check that out. How pretty is that, right? So the cap has not unfurled yet. Is that beautiful on the screen? You're looking for consistently thin pieces. The thinner it is, the easier to get that like snap, crispy dry, which is what we're ultimately looking for the shiitake bacon. All right. How you doing? How's it coming? Good. So remember, go thin. Go this long way. Go that way. Because we're not looking for chunks. We're looking for thin pieces. So I'm coming into the cap now. I'm just going to go long ways down on this cap. Consistency is important. That's why I have my assistant. He is so good at getting it exactly the way I tell him to, and just like me, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a weird part.
That's a weird part? There's no weird parts to mushrooms, son.
I was just joking.
Oh, I'm just joking. Alrighty, gang. Boom. We're gonna do 2 different ways, right? But basically, it can be as simple as just salt and butter, right? If you want to get wild and do some soy sauce, if you can get some good au naturel fermented soy sauce, do it. We're gonna do some with soy sauce, some without, so you get an idea. But basically, I mean, you can just throw these in, but you want them to get all soaked on up. Yeah, you're watching did you get any? You did? Uh-oh. So you just want these to like soak up the butter. You don't want like the pan to be full of butter, right? As far as like after you start baking it, because then they'll like sizzle deep fry. You can soak this in a bowl, or I'm just gonna kind of drizzle it over him. Whoa. All right. If you're doing the soy sauce, you don't need much salt. If you're going to do it without soy sauce, you need more salt. Then we're going to move them around. You want to do some? Yeah. Move it all in there. Get them all to soak it up. You know?
I'm fine with my hands getting dirty.
Okay, good. So now we're just gonna, the main thing is to put these so they all have space between them because you don't want them like overlapped, right? So we're just gonna move these into a new tray. You can do it all in one tray. You don't have to do it in new trays like this, but we're kind of using this as a soaking thing. But you just want it so they don't overlap because we're trying to dry these bad boys out. Boom, so something like that where they're just all nice and laid out. So you can just toss them all around in the oil, or you could do this style where we're just gonna kind of give each side a little dippy dip in this hot oil so they get it and soak it, but they don't over soak it up. Now these are soy sauce ones. We're gonna put them in the oven. Then we're gonna put the non-soy sauce ones. Get them next to them. And then to round it out, I'm just gonna show you that this can also be super easy, where you just kind of mix it all around. Make sure to just get butter on everything. I think I'm gonna go a little soy sauce in this last round too. I just like the color that it makes it, but so I'm just gonna kind of put them around and do the same thing. Stir them all up. Cool, you just gotta be a little careful with the soy sauce because these mushrooms, especially when they're big, they're like just soak up so much stuff that you wanna be careful of just like having one mushroom soak it all up. But if you kind of move it around, or you can even put the soy sauce in the pan with the butter first, drop everything in there. But, you know, it's really, my point is here, you can do it a lot of different ways, and it's really easy. So that's what you're looking for right there. And then these will go in the oven too. So they're in there. All of them are in there. See? You just want to watch them closely, like a hawk. All right, obviously let them bake. But because you're looking for snap dry, right? But you don't want to burn them. And the edge between snap dry and burning is a fine line. So we're gonna watch. Maybe set an alarm if you're like, oh, I'm gonna go like play on the computer or something. Don't do that. Snap dry. Keep a monitor. And yeah, monitor. Obviously, at any point, if you took these out of the oven, they're gonna be really good. But if you're going for shiitake bacon, we're looking for that crispy bacon, right? Crispy shiitake bacon. All right, we'll check in shortly. So I just wanted to show you here. This is too much oil. You know, shocker for me. I used too much. So don't waste it, but we can just pour it off and use that for something else you're making or the next round. And then there you go. Now we're getting close, right? So see how they shrunk down. I find that things dry out a little better. If you want to flip them, it's probably a good idea. Bang. So now there's less oil. These bad boys are gonna go back in there. So we did it.
Bring it over.
We made shiitake bacon. So not all these are snap dry, but plenty are. Obviously the smaller ones. You wanna try them? There you go. Good.
That one's snappy. Can I have some?
Wow. That was good.
Asking for more.
So gang, that is what you're looking for. So very hot. Crunchy. To get them totally snappy, you gotta be careful because they can burn. These ones are not totally snappy yet. You can also turn down the oven heat towards the end. Also, bottom rack, they cook faster. With the tamari, it is hard to tell if they're burning or not. So monitor closely. Oh, that's so good. Rip it. Good? Thanks for tuning in.